Okay, so today's video, we're going to talk about the inner you and the exterior wrapper of you, and are they in alignment with each other? Because this is really important. When we do a healing journey, we clean out so much emotionally of who we are. We've worked through dysregulation, people pleasing, not being good enough, not feeling enough, conditioning, blah, 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 blah. You know what it is. I know what it is. We both know what it is. So, what comes to play is that it's like you've released so much internally, yet at the same time, sometimes we haven't done an adjustment on the exterior of ourselves, our wrapper, that the rest of the world sees. So we feel different inside, but yet we look the same to the outside world and to people that know us. And what sometimes that cues people to is that you are who you've always been. Nothing has changed. And sometimes it even occurs to yourself at some level when you keep looking at that version of yourself that looks the same as you did when you were unhealed. It's that association visually that comes into play, even though you know that you feel completely different on the inside. And so giving cues to others and giving cues to yourself by changing your exterior in a very authentic way, that's the most important part here, is that we're not changing the our look or our appearance for anyone else. This is really about us becoming truly soul aligned, authentically ourselves for ourselves. That's the main point of this. And I'll use myself as an example. So, one of the things that I had done a few years back that was super helpful for me was a woman that I was working with said to me, you wear all of these dark colored clothes. You wear gray, you wear black, and you wear navy, but you just don't seem like you're that person. And I was like, well, I don't know. But at that point, I was that person. I was miserable. And so she suggested to do a consultation with a um, design stylist, with a stylist. So it was very cost friendly. It was a few $100s. It wasn't anything crazy. And I did it. And what came into play was she's like, your colors that look so good on you are pink, purple, bright, happy colors because it accentuates who you truly are. And I was like, oh, I like, I kind of was like a little befuddled by it because I liked those colors, but I never felt really confident to wear them. And so I did Marie, is it, I'm not going to say it right, Cohen, um, where you take out everything. I had a mound of clothes and I went through the whole 9 yards where I picked every item up, how it felt, got rid of it. I ended up with, I swear to God, like 15 items in my whole entire closet. And I think I gave away like $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 worth of stuff. And I will be honest, 80% of them had tags for the future me. Oh, when I get skinny me. Oh, when I do this me. They had come and gone in fashion and I still hadn't done it. I'll be honest there. So, but then what I did was, then I started buying colorful clothes. You can see from my glasses. And these colorful clothes really represent who I am. And they really showcase. And then I started to feel different in my skin. And so I've leaned even more and more and more into it because my other set of glasses that I wear are super hot pink. And I love them because they feel and accentuate me. So, how does this work for you? Maybe it's, we go back to the good old days of like, I think there was a book about like color me, you know, and you were fall, spring, summer. But But what is it that you can, I'm definitely dating myself there, but what you can do is, you can look for a stylist that's very cost friendly. They're definitely out there. And see about doing a session for a few $100 if that's within your budget. Think about your hair color. My hair was super blonde, and I've talked about that before. It was super, super, super blonde, and I always wore this hot pink gloss. As you can see, I have no makeup on whatsoever because that's where I am right now. I haven't colored my hair in a year because that part, as I've healed, I'm still waiting for it to kind of come through. It's coming through pretty clearly now. So at some point you will see some pretty shift here in my appearance. But I'm going through the same thing. So think about it. Okay, your hair color. Let's start with that. Is it the color that matches you now, or is it an outdated persona? Be really honest with that one. And or it's like, oh, well, it's my husband loves this color on me. Do you? Do you love this color on you? Is this the color that makes you light up? Who cares what he thinks? And I don't mean that in a mean sense, but this is about you living a soul-led life. Is your hair long? Is it because other people know you to be that way? It's just what you've always done. It's just always who you've been. It's just always the look that you've want. Okay, but you're not her anymore. You're not her. She is long gone. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for all you did. Okay, but you're gone. You're gone, gone, gone. So, do you want a new color? Do you want a new vibe? Do you want to cut it short? And this is a big deal because most women struggle with cutting all their hair off at some level. Move past it. If you really love it, it will grow back. If it's not the color that really lights you up and you've been blonde and you really want to go red and you want to kind of do something edgy. I know a woman that went through her healing journey, and when she got to the other side of it, she realized a lot of things about herself and she went very radically different. She actually colored her hair multi different colors and looked completely different, which cued to the rest of the world, I'm not who I once was. And we're doing this so our inside, our healed self is reflective on the outside. So, and again, we think about all those shows, the makeover shows, they've lost all this weight. Why do they do this? Because it's about creating a new identity as this new version of yourself. And we're doing this to make sure our interior is matching our outside, is matching our inside, that they are the same story to keep us in alignment. And again, you may change it 100 times, you may change it 3 times, but it's really, really important that you start asking yourself, are my clothes part of just a old version of who I was? And I just haven't taken the time to clean my closet out because I don't know who I am yet. Well, maybe you just go buy one item where you're like, yes, yes, oh yes, like that item I could buy. Maybe it's a pair of leather pants. Maybe it's a beautiful dress. Maybe it's a pair of Keds, maybe it's whatever it is for you, maybe it's a jean jacket. It could be anything. Maybe it's a pair of Jimmy Choo's. For everybody, it's going to be different. But start with that like one item that starts to shift things. And then kind of keep building off that, and adding another item and replacing it. Or working with the stylist and getting really in alignment to who you are now. And start thinking about that. Think about your hair color. Think about the shoes that you wear. Think about like the items that you put on your face. Is your makeup outdated? Is your color palette outdated? Is your makeup just old? Period. And just needs to go and needs to be replenished. You are in a phase of creating a whole new identity. You're in a phase where all of the old, so much of it just needs to go. It's outdated. It doesn't work. It's not who you are now. And just liberate yourself from it and decide, okay, what am I feeling into? Use a Pinterest board. Pinterest still works amazing. Amazing for this. I did it for my own. I got some cool stuff on my Pinterest board. And feel into that and feel into that color. Maybe you have been someone. And what I learned about the whole gray, black, and navy, those are the colors my husband wore all the time. Those, for me, are pretty depressing colors. For me personally, I own, I think maybe I own one black t-shirt or navy t-shirt, but other than that, it's all gone. I have a navy and white polka dotted dress that I love. You know, and that was the other thing too. It's like, are you a shorts and t-shirt comfy person, but inside you really want to go wear dresses and have excitement with like doing something totally different? Do it. Don't think about why or why not. Just do it. It's showing up in your energetic field for a reason. Go find out why. Just go. Just go buy the dress. Wear the item. Go wear the item. Again, you are so much more than what you wear on the outside. You are already a whole beautiful soul. But it's about cueing to yourself and cueing to the world. Who I am now is my soul-aligned, authentic self. The character that I played in other people's stories either needs to be updated or released. And this is one of the first ways you do it for yourself first. And then the rest of the world gets the cue. So, if you have comments or you know of a stylist or you happen to be a stylist and this is what you do, or you've got or someone to share something or an experience that you've done with this yourself, comment below, because it's really important that we bond together to help each other realize it is okay. I am going to give myself permission to do this. I'm not going to worry about my husband things or my partner things or my boyfriend things or whomever. At the end of the day, if they love you only from your exterior, they need to go anyways. End of story on that one. So enjoy the process. Let me know, what did you end up doing? And I will see you in the next video.